This is my treatment presentation, and I've got two names for it. So one of them is So Long London, and the other is Love, Luck in London. And my reasons for choosing is, I've chosen the title like based off of like the plot I plan on going on, and I also like did some research on. And then I think it like does have the limits, but I kind of know like what I want to do, and it matches with that. And then I plan on having it more of like a romance comedy. The way I'm going to establish like the romance and comedy is I mainly only have one character who is called Flo, and she like, well, I like know her and I know she'd be quite good for the role because she kind of, yeah. So the costume design is going to be quite feminine and chic, because I think like it links to the fashion aspect. And then the mise-en-scene is going to be like mainly floral, colourful, and like old style. And then the musing is just going to be like inspired by other movies in the genre. And then the shot types I intend to use are over the shoulder, close up, POV, and others. In the location, I want to have it in like King's Road, because of like all the shops they have and the old style buildings I think will look nice. And then I may go to somewhere else because they have more of like the high-end stores, which I would film like outside of, and it just kind of shows the plot. And my target audience would be similar to Mean Girls 2024, and I intend for it to be like teenagers and, well, mostly females. And then I want it to like share that. Then the tone and atmosphere, I want it to be like quite light-hearted and fun because it's like a comedy. And then those are just the ways in which I intend to do that. The films that I think have like similar openings and plots are Just My Luck, Sex and the City, Clueless, The Devil Wears Prada, 13 Going on 30, Confessions of a Shopaholic, and Uptown Girls. And those, they like influence in like many different ways. Mainly Sex and the City, because I'm basing my character off one of the characters from there. Then the breakdown of the sequence is just kind of like showing how she does like her work, and just like showing that she's like a hard worker, and like doing like a montage of shots. And then the time frame, because as she's like my friend and goes to a different school, I plan on getting most of the shooting done in half term, so to not rush everything. And as it's being filmed in London, it isn't very like local, so that adds some challenges. But I intend to get filming done in one day, but I have some other locations just in case. And then the most social groups I have is like female, and I intend to have her hardworking to break stereotypes of other rom-coms, and just showing how she works hard for what she wants. And then these are the shots I intend to use, and like why I would use them, just because I think it's quite like, helpful. And then the playlist is just more songs from movies that I've watched and have inspired me. And then that's the mood board.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions for Izzy? You talk about kind of the stereotypical characters that these sorts of films tend to have. What do you kind of describe? How do you describe those stereotypes?
Well, they usually kind of not expect things to work out for them, but maybe like pass up on opportunities that would like help them, and like just expect things to always work out in the end. Mm-hmm. And I want Flo to be a bit more realistic with how she like gets what she wants.
Okay. Great.